Together on 3, 1, 2, 3. Together!
Hey, welcome into Fox's Pizza here in Pine Mountain for the Tommy Watson Coaches Show. Of course, we got Coach Watson with us, coming off an exciting win against Manchester. Always big, that rivalry came back 20 years to come back to Hamilton. It was pretty special to have a nice crowd out there on a Friday night. So before we get into the game, what was the atmosphere, and what can you say about the crowd and the atmosphere Friday night?
Yeah, the crowd was really big, honestly. That may have been the second biggest crowd I've seen at the stadium. You know, when we played Jefferson back in the quarterfinals a couple years back, it was pretty big. But at one time during the fourth quarter, I turned around and looked, and there was nowhere to sit if you wanted to sit down somewhere. And then there was all kind of people on the fence as well. So it was great atmosphere. I know that helped the kids get through the game and find a way to win for sure. So we appreciate everybody for coming out and supporting.
Yeah, so 17-6, it was 7-6, it felt like forever, but early on we got the kickoff. You run it down to start the season. Alexis punches it in, but the first play, Manchester, they throw a haymaker at us, they catch us. What can you say about the composure and just the culture from your team to take that shot and not back down, come right back from it?
Yeah, you know, we worked that play several times, over 100 times all weekend practice. And who knew they was going to run it on the first play? But man, you know, to have all the excitement we had to go down and score the opening drive of the year, and then to go give up a touchdown the very next play, man, that was kind of, you know, it was kind of a shot to all of our hearts. But you know, we gathered the kids up on the sideline and the offense huddle, and the defense coaches under the tent, and just rallied the troops. You know, we got to keep playing for sure.
Yeah, I was thinking, you know, Coach Winkles, debut up here in Harris County, defensive coordinator, first play gets that. But after that, I mean, I just can't tip my cap more to him, the way that his players responded to it. And they come back. So we're 7-6. Defense, kind of that, you know, kept it between the 40s, it seemed like most of the night. DJ Holsley got a big interception, had a couple big sacks from your defensive line. But they're in the fourth quarter. We ended up with over 200 rushing yards. We know, hey, it ain't no secret. You like to run the ball. We like to try to take that air out. But what can you say about your team, the way they answered that fourth quarter of just, you know, staying all that workout? We talked about last week, January 6th. You start working and seeing the fruits of that labor right there in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, it was good to see. You know, we pride ourselves on playing 4 quarters and playing physical 4 quarters, and we take pride in being shape and not cramping and things like that. But it was good. You know, offensively, I think they said we finished with 384 total yards.
Yeah.
Man, we couldn't get out of our own way. We had 6 pre-snap penalties, and we had 2 other penalties, so we had 8 total penalties. And You know, we felt like as a coaching staff that the game probably should have been a little more lopsided, but give Manchester credit, they kept fighting and clawing. But at the end of the day, it was glad to see that our culture come out and we win the game in the fourth quarter.
And you mentioned that with the no cramps. You know, it's hard when I was telling people, it felt like we had about 10 injury timeouts for cramps, but not one time was it one of a county guy that went down on the field for it. And I think that just is credit to your coaching staff, your strength and conditioning staff. Oh, them guys it was muggy, it was hot, and they just managed to keep going, didn't have any cramps, and made it through. So you get the field goal late. We're going to have a couple players on later on. But Nate Batchelor, sophomore kicker, first year coming in, perfect on extra points. He kicked the field goal late in the fourth quarter, which had a little pressure to it because you're thinking that's a big field goal. So what's it say for you to have confidence in your kicker like that as just being a sophomore?
Yeah, you know, Nate's never kicked before. And last year, I had Nate and Tanner and Jake all in one weight training class. And we didn't have a ninth grade kicker or a JV kicker. And so I one day during weight training, we was doing a dynamic warm-up, and I told the other coach that was helping, I said, go get the ball and some tees. These guys are soccer players. We're going to find out if they can kick a football. And so we had kicking trials right there in class. And they all three did well, and I told them to go and talk to you folks and see if y'all can want to come out and play football. And they did, man. And just proud of all three of them because they all three work extremely hard. But for Nate to be put in that environment and to score 5 points in a varsity football game and had never done it, I was very impressed with him.
You know, you mentioned Tanner on the kickoffs. He did a great job of pinning that, putting it between the numbers and the whites. It was just, you know, it was fun to see them guys and being around y'all in the spring. You know, when offense, defense doing their drills, kickers kick. That's all they got to do at practice. They're kicking. So it's fun to see their hard work come in there. So, and then Kingston Rivers. You know, we talked about it, you know, not practicing in the spring, missing all year, getting hurt against Manchester. And for him to have that touchdown to cap it off, what did that, you know, you being around him since his 8th grade year, how special is that for you knowing the hard work he's put in, not being able to play?
Yeah, he's a special player, you know, and even more important than that, he's a great human being.
Yeah.
His mother and father's done a great job raising him, and you know, every time I've ever seen Keeson, whether it's with me or anybody else, he always used great manners. He's very appreciative of what he got, and he works hard every day. So, you know, we think he's a heck of a football player, like we said last week, and there was no doubt with the game, you know, game coming down to the wire, to put the game away, I was going to give him the football, let him take us on to the house with it.
Yeah, that was awesome. And so, beating Manchester back-to-back years, we mentioned the 19 years last year, 20 years since been to Hamilton. I was looking, Harris County's won more games since 2000 against Manchester than from 57 to 99. So we kind of swung that a little bit. I know we ain't played as much and things have been a little different on the rivalry that side, but hopefully we can keep this going. The crowd at Manchester last year, I felt like for our kids was great, but then to have it at home this year,
Yes, sir.
the atmosphere is a little different at home now. We got the video board.
Oh,
I think the players get a little more fired up, and I can tell just in warm up there's a different look to your guys. They just had more energy to them. It seemed like a pregame, and try to keep it going. Now we go on the road this week, but not far. Right up the road to Troup County. What's kind of been the message this week after having a big emotional win against Manchester, and now no rest for the weary? We got to go right back up to a very good Troup team. That's another rivalry.
Right. Yeah, it's you know, message been simple. First of all, we have to get better at what we're trying to do on both sides, all three phases of the game: offense, defense, special teams. And you know, Troup County has a really good football team. They were very young last year, a lot like we are this year. Man, they're long, they're athletic, they're explosive. So we got to come ready to play, and we can't. The message has been honestly, we can't beat ourselves.
Right.
We felt like that we hurt ourselves in the Manchester game more than Manchester hurt us. So it's about cleaning those mistakes up, getting better at executing our offense, and getting better at defense. You got to keep in mind that we're going from 2 weeks working on wing T to now we're going to play a spread offense. And so that's been, you know, having to retrain the minds and the calls and the stuff. And so it's going to be a challenge, make no doubt about it, but I think our guys will be up to it.
Absolutely. Excited for it. It's fun to go there playing at Callaway, kind of a college stadium. The kids get a good kick out of that. You know, you get a lot of these high schools, half your team in the locker room, half have to wait outside. But it seems like when you go to Callaway Stadium, they kind of have that whole feel, like a small college feel to it. Other thing, going back to Manchester, I wanted to talk to you about was your sophomore receivers, that Jalen Robinson and Kay Tyus. They had a big game. I know having Alexis coming in the second half last year, but Robinson and Tyus are two new faces that people hadn't seen before. How do you feel about their performance last weekend?
Yeah, they were very impressive for two sophomores. I think together they had 142 yards and just did some really, really good things. And proud that those guys are going to be those 3 more years. Those guys are going to be difference makers. They're only 15 years old, sophomores, so the sky's the limit of those guys. And look, there's some other cats that are 10th grade wideouts right there with them that are probably just as good and maybe behind knowing the schemes that we run. But man, that whole class, we're very high on that sophomore class. But Cade and Jalen, there's no doubt. I like to call them ball men. Like Rand Overtree. Rand was one of the best ball men ever had. When the ball's in the air, he thinks it belongs to him. And those two are the same way. So just excited about them and the future they got with the Harris County.
And it's good you said Rand. It's good to see him out there Friday night. A lot of former players come out, and that's part of that atmosphere that's kind of changing. Is a lot of former players come out there. They support the Tigers. I talked to them during the week, and they also, I'm gonna be down on the sidelines. I'm gonna be down on the sidelines. They love coming down there, and I don't know if you get to see all of them. I'm sure, but just knowing they're down there. Rand had his energy. He was full of energy, ready to go. So good. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to get some of these players over here, get them on camera, and let the county kind of know who they are. And we'll be right back here on the Tommy Watson Coaches Show.
Here they come! More big transport trucks full of new GMC trucks and SUVs to Glenn Smith and Opelika. Choose from a huge selection of the best-selling full-size GMC Sierras, discounted up to $1,250 off. New GMC Terrains with a fresh design, a spacious interior, and safety features, discounted up to $4,000 off MSRP. Plus, enjoy no payments until November at Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika. Get ready to drive and get ready to smile. It's a great day for a new Chevrolet from Glenn Smith and Opelika. Hit the road in a rugged new full-size Chevy Silverado with discounts up to $12,250 off MSRP. New Chevy Traverse, the spacious and comfortable ride with affordable pricing. Now with discounts up to $4,000 off MSRP. People from all over the USA are coming to Glenn Smith Chevrolet. Get ready to drive and get ready to smile.
And welcome back to Fox's Pizza here at the Tommy Watson Coaches Show. Got QB1 over here. Got Matthew Alexis, player of the game on offense. Opening touchdown. You scored an opening touchdown drive. Kind of got the momentum going. So you work, me and Coach talked about it last week, talked about it this week. And anybody that'll listen, football season starts January 6th.
Yes, sir.
No secret at Harris County. So you go through all this work, then you get the ball, really good field position. What was it like for you to be able to punch it in and get that first score of the season?
It definitely felt good. It was electric. Got the team going. You know. I think after the first touchdown, we were all electric. We knew we had the game.
Yeah.
And just had everybody going. We were good.
Now, when you score that touchdown, I don't even think y'all got settled on the sidelines good. And you see Manchester gets a quick score, punches in, y'all got to go right back out there. What was the offensive attitude when y'all kind of got back in that huddle after that big play?
We just said calm down, play within ourselves, and that it was okay. We knew that was going to happen. They were going to score, so we just had to drive the ball down the field again.
Yeah, so, a lot's been made about this offensive line, having to replace all the guys from last year. No secret how good they were. But what did it feel like for you? Do you feel like your offensive line kind of wore that as a chip on their shoulder? Because, y'all rushed for over 220 yards as a team. Do you feel like that was just something they took out?
And the new lines they're definitely filling the shoes of last year. They're definitely stepping up. And they've grown a lot since January. So
that was fun to see. Then, we talked to Coach right at the end about the two sophomores with Jalen Robinson and Cade Tyus. What's it like to have weapons like that just at your disposal on the outside?
Definitely makes it easier.
Yeah, it's fun to see them. Y'all got a lot of sophomore receivers. I was looking at the roster. You see that sophomores are really a stacked class, it seems like. And then, in Harris County, we don't see them much as the freshmen because they're playing the freshman ball, so we don't see them at the varsity level. So it's new faces. So it's exciting to see them get involved in it. We talked a little bit about Coach, but Kingston Rivers, he's been the leader. Didn't get the, he's not been on full pads with y'all. So knowing what he's done meant to y'all as a leader, to see him get that touchdown in the fourth quarter, what did that mean to you?
It meant a lot because he's been working so hard this summer, and he needed it.
Yeah.
He deserved it.
All right, so you know, we get through the Manchester game. It's big. The atmosphere. What was it like for you when y'all come out of the tunnel, or even you know before y'all got in the tunnel? Just the pregame atmosphere for that game.
It's definitely different. Way different.
Yeah, I could see y'all were just, you know, it had a different feel to it. I don't know if it was, I hate to say a video board or the music. It just seemed like y'all were just fired up more, so it's exciting. But now you got to take that same energy and take it on the road. What's it like from a player's perspective when you go on the road in some of these bigger environments?
I personally like it more.
Yeah.
Because I like playing away. I like making them upset.
Yeah. Shoot, yeah. So it's fun. Congratulations on getting player of the game and getting the win. I know y'all got a tough week ahead of you practice-wise. It's just getting started with Tuesday, and we'll be back at it Friday. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with Nate Batchelor here on the Tommy Watson Coaches Show.
Here they come! More big transport trucks full of new GMC trucks and SUVs to Glenn Smith and Opelika. Choose from a huge selection of the best-selling full-size GMCs here to $12,750 off. New GMC Terrains with a fresh design, a spacious interior, and safety features. Discounted up to $4,000 off MSRP. Plus, enjoy no payments until November at Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika. Get ready to drive and get ready to smile.
Imagine making your dreams a reality, achieving your goals and aspirations, and having a financial partner that understands your dreams never sleep. At Kinetic Credit Union, we're more than just a bank. We're 40,000 members strong with local service, personal connections, and a nationwide network. Leading-edge technology to help you make financial decisions easier, smarter, and safer. We are Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
Back to Fox's Pizza at the Tommy Watson Coaches Show. Remember, it's every Tuesday, 7 o'clock, right here. Good crowd. Got saw Joe Dasher from Bashir's Kubota's up here. See a lot of people in here. Good atmosphere. You ain't nervous, are you?
A little bit.
You got a camera, got a lot of people in. You got Coach Watson sitting right here. So, Nate, sophomore year, I got to know you this spring, just kind of getting going. And you've always had a little bit of the soccer feel to you. I can tell you as a soccer player watching you kick. So what was it like? Just walk me through your thoughts during pregame. You know, you've never been in this atmosphere for a pre-football game.
Oh yeah, pregame it was stressful.
So what was going through your mind in pregame when the music and you just got that adrenaline going?
In the locker room, it was stressing because like all that pressure, everybody's doing whatever their own thing. It was stressing. But when you get on that field, you look at there's like hundreds of people. It's a lot of people. It's stressing.
But how much was it once you got the first extra point?
Well, it was better. It got better.
Could you feel your body like, okay,
Yeah,
I can
it relaxed a little bit.
So you got that. Then fourth quarter, you know, we're clinging to that little 1-point lead. Then you come out there and kick that field goal. What was what's going through your mind right there knowing, you know, this is going to make it a 4-point game?
For the field goal,
Yeah.
it was. So for their sideline, I was next to their sideline
Yeah.
too. They got loud.
Oh, they was making
I had to cut it. I cut most of it out, but it was loud. It was stressful.
I didn't think about you on that hash mark. You're closer to the Manchester side, but you drilled it right through there. Then you get another extra point after that. And that's why you're sitting here today. You had 5 points. You go through it. When you were playing soccer growing up, did you ever envision you was going to be playing football at Harris County in that kind of atmosphere?
I didn't think I was playing football. Not when I was younger. I didn't think anything about football.
So what's it like now that you are playing football? Or is it something you look at like, man, I wish I'd done this before?
Oh yeah, I wish I started way earlier.
Still no thoughts on wanting to do anything other than kicking. I know you seen you in the weight room. Nate throws a little different weights than the other kickers in the weight room. He's out there getting bigger out in the weight room. How do you feel this is going to help? I know it's easy to say soccer helps you in football. I mean, that's obvious that, you know, kicking for your whole life. But look at the other side of that. How's football is going to help you for soccer season?
Oh, that'll help my accuracy for if I shoot the ball or when I take free kicks for soccer.
Yeah, so it's fun. What's something with football other than getting out there and kicking field goals and extra points? What is it about football that just makes it special?
It's actually it's really if you make it you get chills all down your back. It's
so Tanner and Jake, I know y'all spend all your time together. I mean, just probably more time than the offensive line spends with the offensive lineman. What can you say about them just being your friends and just their support during this whole thing with y'all going through it together?
Oh, it's good. It's better with someone like with
Yeah.
they're going through it.
I mean, I think this is the first time I've seen you without Tanner. I mean, they're really and truly,
Yeah.
as much as I've been around you, I've never seen you and Tanner. Then Jake, you know, he goes out, he plays a little wide receiver at practice and stuff every now and then.
little bit.
We'll call it wide receiver, but he goes out. But you and Tanner always, so it's been fun. And I was really excited to see when you came out there to kick the extra point, and then see Tanner came out for the kickoff. It's like, you know, y'all both get a little bit of the action, so it's been fun. But congratulations on getting player of the game. I'm just tickled that the first game that you go out there, you get player of the game. You had a great game, and road game this weekend. I think sometimes it's easier to focus for players because you don't have any distractions just on the road. So hopefully that's the case this week. Any nerves going into this? Your first
A
road
little bit,
atmosphere?
but it's not that much. It's not as much as the first game, but a little bit.
So Nate Batchelor, kicker right now for the Harris County Tigers. We're going to take a break and be back to wrap it up right here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live, Harris County.
Imagine making your dreams a reality, achieving your goals and aspirations, and having a financial partner that understands your dreams never sleep. At Kinetic Credit Union, we're more than just a bank. We're 40,000 members strong with local service, personal connections, and a nationwide network. Leading edge technology to help you make financial decisions easier, smarter, and safer. We are Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
Here they come! More big transport trucks full of new GMC trucks and SUVs to Glenn Smith and Opelika. Choose from a huge selection of the best-selling full-size GMC Sierras, discounted up to $12,750 off. New GMC Terrains with a fresh design, a spacious interior, and safety features, discounted up to $4,000 off MSRP. Plus, enjoy no payments until November at Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika. Get ready to drive and get ready to smile.
Imagine making your dreams a reality, achieving your goals and aspirations, and having a financial partner that understands your dreams never sleep. At Kinetic Credit Union, we're more than just a bank. We're 40,000 members strong with local service, personal connections, and a nationwide network. Leading edge technology to help you make financial decisions easier, smarter, and safer. We are Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
Here they come! More big transport trucks full of new GMC trucks and SUVs to Glenn Smith and Opelika. Choose from a huge selection of the best-selling full-size GMC Sierras, discounted up to $12,750 off. New GMC Terrains with a fresh design, a spacious interior, and safety features, discounted up to $4,000 off MSRP. Plus, enjoy no payments until November at Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika. Get ready to drive and get ready to smile.
And welcome back here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live, Harris County. Rick Beach with you. Special guest, got Mr. Lenny Moore, president of the Touchdown Club, and the man behind the famous Touchdown Club hamburgers up there at the games. But Mr. Lenny, it's fun to have you on here. We always have a good time together.
Absolutely.
But y'all doing something special right now at the Touchdown Club. Y'all got the Kubota side by side, selling raffle tickets for it. Y'all can go to hctdclub.com and buy these tickets. Tell the people why they need to get these tickets. This thing is awesome. Seeing it in
Yes, it
person
is.
a whole lot better than pictures.
I am really surprised that this thing is the Kubota, and we put a lot of effort into getting this thing built up just for our community. And like I said, go to the Harris County Touchdown Club webpage and go ahead and buy that $100 ticket. And get you a chance to win that thing, man, because I'm sure to put my name in it.
Everybody got to do it because look, that thing
Absolutely.
is nice.
It is.
There's pictures of it on the Touchdown Club social media. You go look at pictures of it. It's got the diesel. It's got, I believe, the governor with the winch.
Yeah,
They're gonna throw a winch in,
we're
ain't you?
adding a wrench to it. So if you get stuck somewhere, we can go ahead and pull you out.
And hey, if you get stuck, I know who you need to call. Call Derek Moxley with that big old truck he got.
I know, right? I
He
know.
gonna anchor it in. So you got the side by side, and also if you go there, you can find a QR code if you just want to donate to the
Donate,
Touchdown
yes.
Club. What does the Touchdown Club do so that people know what their money's going to when they
Well,
give?
Touchdown Club, we sponsor a lot of stuff for the kids. We feed them, we get them meals pre and post game. We buy any equipment that the school can't provide for them. So we do also, financial stability for the team. And that's pretty much it. We just give all the support that we can. And everything that we do, like the car wash and the concession stand, Spirit Well, all the proceeds go back to the team. So come on, spend your money, get you something to eat, get you some merchandise, and buy that Kubota ticket. Everything go back to the program.
And, you know, I think some people forget about the Spirit Shack up there sometimes on game days. They're so worried about trying to get you a hamburger, get back to your seat. And, you know, get there a little early, go by the Spirit Shack, get some of that wear, you know, good Harris County gear. You know, you got the hats, the visors, shirts, all kind of goodies in there. And, you know, I think that this be something to take advantage of. Try to get
Absolutely.
these. So we talk about the Touchdown Club. Mr. Lenny, something I really want to do. Let's talk about Mr. Lenny. How long have you been a part of this Harris County Touchdown Club?
Oh man, when my kids started high school back in 2008, so I've been involved with Touchdown Club since 2008. It's been a long time. I've been the president now for about 5-6 years. So, and we steadily trying to improve and move things forward and do everything we can possibly do to take care of these kids.
And you're doing a fantastic job. I think it's one of the better touchdown clubs in the area. Go as far as saying that for sure. You've been around there, you mentioned since '08. Everybody, you know, the hamburgers are just phenomenal. I keep going back to those. At halftime, I tell you this, at the broadcast team, as soon as we go off there for halftime, the whole team starts saying, all right, go get them hamburgers. Go get. I got to shoot down the ladder, run over there, and I can't just grab the hamburgers. I got to say hey to you. I got to speak to Miss Moore. I got to say hey to the wife. I can't just run off. Got to speak to Derek when he coming, because he coming for the same thing.
He coming for the same
coming from the
thing.
field.
Yeah.
He running up them steps for the same thing. And then when Miss Kim's working, so you can say hey to y'all. But we appreciate the Touchdown Club giving us that halftime meal, kind of something we could, throw a Powerade down, get a hamburger, and hit that second half. So Lenny, I appreciate that. I appreciate everything Touchdown Club. And how about the touchdown? I know you said you watched the game. How about the Touchdown Club crowd cam coming in this year?
Oh, it's awesome. It's awesome. Just look up at the scoreboard, man, and hey, it's awesome. It really is. Like, okay, come on down, spend that money, get you some burgers, hot dogs, pizza, because Fox is one of our sponsors, and we sell their pizzas in the concession stand. So come on down. We're glad to serve you and help you out.
Yeah, so I believe next home game September 5th when Daugherty County come up. They're coming up from Albany.
Yep.
So September 5th next home game. But hey, tomorrow we got the freshman game at 5:30. Thursday we got the JV game at 5:30, both against Northside. So you already got that rivalry going, and that's Touchdown Club as well. So that's the way to come support the football team in general, from freshman, high school, JV, your varsity squad. Come support them out, get all the goodies. The hamburgers are good at all the games.
And we will be open.
We're going to be open.
We will be open.
If you can smell it. When you hit 116, you know when it's football season, you smell them Lenny Moore hamburgers. I know some of these guys are trying to get out here. We're about to wrap this up. But Mr. Lenny, I appreciate you hopping on.
Thank you.
Go get them raffle tickets. Go buy them. I know some people say, looking at, if I could pay $100 and I win that, that's a heck of a deal.
That's a heck of a deal.
That's a heck of a deal. Y'all going to be slinging them at all the home games. We'll sell them at the stadium.
Yes.
But if not, go to hctdclub.com. Go to the website. Then on social media, just look up Harris County Touchdown Club.
And you can buy your ticket online. If you can't make it to the game, you can always buy it online.
We throw a QR code wherever we can throw it.
Yes, sir.
Ain't no need for people not to scan it. And then if you're at the game, get your tail down there and buy a live ticket right there. Get it for the Kubota side-by-side. That's all we're going to have this week. This Friday night, 7:30, Callaway Stadium, Troup County. It's a heck of a rivalry. This Harris County Troup County rivalry has been going on. It kind of replaced the Manchester rivalry when it went away a little bit. But it's been a heck of a rivalry. Last few games have been fun. So come out there Friday night. We'll be streaming the game, but I tell people all the time, don't count on watching the stream. Come support it. Support your Tigers. It's a blackout theme. They want to have that side of the stadium blacked out. So, hey, last week that whiteout turned out good. It wasn't just the students. It was everybody.
Everybody came out and showed their support in the whiteout. So let's black it out again this week.
On the road. So we'll be on the road this week. We're streaming it, but hey, don't watch the stream. If you're able, drive up there to Callaway Stadium. Check out the Tigers taking on Troup County this Friday night. For Lenny Moore, I'm Rick Beach. Thanks to Tyler Dykes helping us out tonight here at the Coach's Show. We'll see you next Tuesday.
Together on 3, 1, 2, 3.